Okay, James, thank you very much. It's the Lady Cats and the Paris Lady Wildcats here this evening. The Lady Cats come in at 13-15 for the season, 3-4 in district play. Lady Wildcats for Paris, 7-17, 1-6 in district play. They played each other on January 22nd. Sulphur Springs won that game 58-50. And in that game, Cammie Shack had 23 points and 11 rebounds, and then was later named or nominated for Miss Texas Basketball of the Week for that game. So she had a big night that particular night. Tony Flippin, Paris 1-6, but that was a pretty competitive game, 58-50, and so I don't think the Lady Cats can take this one for granted at all.
Not at all. I mean, we've got a nice, solid team, but we can't come out here basically thinking we're going to walk on anybody this year. We got to play, and that's the way it should be. And Paris has been at the bottom a long time. They're coming up a little bit. I haven't seen them, but they used to be the doorstep, and so they're moving up a little bit.
They lost to Bonham 48-32 on Friday night. Previously, on January 13th, they beat Bonham 55-34, so they are unpredictable.
Yeah.
And, of course, we were pretty impressed by Bonham when we saw them play here a couple of weeks ago.
Yes, we had a tougher time with them than we should have.
Lady Cats won both games against Paris. Last year, they beat them 54-34 and 55-47. I think it's been since 2023 that Paris has beaten the Lady Cats.
Well, let's keep that coming.
Say again?
Let's keep that going.
Lady Cats basketball brought to you by Alliance Bank, BT Medical, City National Bank, Masco Equipment, Wesley House Assisted Living, Farm Country, Hooten's Hardware, CPI Technologies, and 903 Farm and Feed by the railroad tracks. James Terry is our producer, Matt Jansen, our technical director and video producer, and Tony Flippin, our expert color commentator. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with the start of tonight's game when Lady Cats basketball continues after this on KSST. Lady Cats versus the Paris Lady Wildcats here tonight. Lady Cats in their home white jerseys and pants, royal blue numbers outlined in gold. Paris, I guess that's navy blue. Tony almost looks black, but I presume it's navy blue jerseys and pants. And dark numbers, but outlined in gold, so the numbers fairly visible. Starters tonight for Paris, Brooklyn Shores, a junior. I believe she will be their point guard. Chanel Johns, a senior. Ariana Tingle, a freshman, starting tonight. Amaria Coleman, a senior. And Alyssa Milton, a freshman. So they will start two freshmen this evening. Jerome Pipkins is their head coach. I believe he's in his first year at Paris. Lady Cats will start Presley Hardy, a sophomore, this evening at a guard.
She's earned that.
Yes, she has. She has given them a lot of energy every time she's come onto the floor and given them a big lift, especially on the defensive end of the floor. London Pinnell, a freshman, will start for the Lady Cats at forward. Riley Ivory, sophomore point guard. And forward Rainey Johnson, a senior. And at the post, junior Cammie Shack for the Lady Cats. Cammie Shack, the leading scorer at 11.8 per game for the Lady Cats. So we're about ready to go. Good crowd on hand here.
Yeah. And we had a really nice rendition of the national anthem. Don't know the young man's name, but one of the band members played the saxophone and did an outstanding job.
Yes, he did.
Wish we knew his name. We need to promote him. And I think they just said, but I was yapping.
Well, I think it's probably a little better practice to announce him ahead of time.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, you take what you can get. See, one of the Paris starters has very long hair down the back. We're going to need to make note of that. It's Amaria Coleman. Very long red hair. So we'll make a note of that.
Got another one, but it's got black hair, so we can see three numbers.
Lady Cats control the tap with Rainey Johnson in the center circle. And right away they get it to Laney down low, and she banks it off the glass for the bucket.
I think that was a planned deal, and we're going to see a lot of that taking it to the bucket tonight.
The feed there by Riley Ivory, I believe.
Lady Cats break up in a 2-3 zone.
2-0, Sulphur Springs on top. There's a missed shot for Paris and a rebound by Rainey Johnson, who leads the Lady Cats with 180 rebounds coming into the game. Riley Ivory across the midcourt line. She will shoot from the right baseline, a little bit too long, but Cammie Shack, the rebound, back up, misses, gets her own rebound, follows again and scores, and looks like she's fouled.
Yep, going to get an and one out of it. Number 21. Amarai, first personal, first team. Cammie scored 2 and gets another shot.
Cammie Shack, a 67% free throw shooter, and she makes that one. So Lady Cats up 5-0 here right off the bat.
Good start. Now they need to continue their defensive activity that they've had.
Chanel Johns, one of those girls with very long hair covering up the number on her back. But it's Chanel Johns. She is the point guard. Lady Cats in a 2-3 zone and trying to go inside, and it's taken away by London Pinnell, the freshman for Sulphur Springs. Here come the Lady Cats with a 5-0 lead. And Riley Ivory around a pick by Rainey Johnson. Ivory to the basket with a right hand off the glass, and she scores.
Nice.
Riley Ivory for Sulphur Springs, averaging 9.6 per game, makes it 7-0. Lady Cats.
So far, Paris is not able to get anything in the lane. Our defense is spread out really nice.
Paris working in the front court. Here's a shot from the left side baseline, no good. And Rainey Johnson, the rebound for Sulphur Springs, gets it to Riley Ivory. Now to Pinnell. Back over to Rainey Johnson. Johnson drives, pulls up, backdoor cut to McWhorter. No, that's Presley Hardy. Misses a shot, but Cammie Shack gets the rebound up with another shot, no good. And Riley Ivory, not Ivory, but Hardy comes out of there with it. And now it's a three-pointer for Cammie Shack from the top of the circle.
And a timeout from Paris. Going to be probably a 30-second.
10-0 Lady Cats on top, and this is Lady Cats basketball on KSST. Lady Cats looking like they got shot out of a gun here to start the game. A 10-0 lead. Cammie Shack has 6 points of those 10.
Well, I just now noticed it, but we're going to get every rebound we want. Paris has got a short team out there. Yeah. We've got height on basically everybody.
Milani Williams now in the ball game for Paris. Looks like at point guard. They're working left to right. Williams now to the right side in the corner, and a lob of a pass knocked away by Presley Hardy, and now it's knocked away again, picked up by Cammie Shack for Sulphur Springs. To Rainey Johnson, now to Riley Ivory across the midcourt line. To Rainey Johnson, whips a pass to London Pinnell, and Pinnell with a shot off the glass from the left side.
Good ball movement, patience.
12-0 Lady Cats. Best start I've seen for Lady Cats this year.
We're going to have a lot of turnovers with Presley Hardy. She got another one. She's so active defensively.
Hardy going to take it all the way, and shot ends up under the rim there, no good. Here comes Paris on the rebound. Back up the floor. They find one of their girls inside, 21. And finally they are on the board.
Coleman.
That's Amaria Coleman with the basket. And here's another takeaway for Paris. So 12-2, shot up and no good, but we have a foul on Sulphur Springs.
Foul's on number 30, Johnson.
Rainey Johnson the foul. That's her first and the team's first. It'll be a shooting foul, and going to the line is Chanel Johns, senior, and first shot bounces around 2 or 3 times and will not fall.
That did everything but come through the bottom.
Yeah. It's hard to imagine sometimes how they don't go through. Here's the second shot, and that one's good. Good rotation there. So 12-3, a 9-point lead for Sulphur Springs. Full court pressure for Paris. Man-to-man. And Rainey Johnson goes to London Pinnell to Cammie Shack. Shack in the lane, pulls up, turns and shoots. Nice move, and lays it in from about 6 feet.
That's going to be there all night if they want it. I think they'll get out of that press because we broke that pretty easy.
8 points for Cammie Shack in the first quarter. 14-3, 11-point lead for the Lady Cats. Paris working in the front court, moving from left to right. Here is a shot from the left wing, no good, but Paris gets the rebound. There's a block shot by Cammie Shack, picked up by Rainey Johnson, ahead to Riley Ivory. The easy layup for 2.
Very good job by Riley. She wasn't pressed, and she took her time, made the easy layup. Sometimes you get in a hurry.
13-point lead at 16-3 for Sulphur Springs. Paris into the front court. Ball to the baseline, and it's taken away by London Pennell, ahead to Ivory. Again, an easy layup here for Ivory.
He did the same thing again.
Great feed by Pennell, and Pennell keyed the break on the takeaway.
Everything's predicated by defensive turnovers at the moment. I don't see that changing.
Riley Godbolt, Maddie McWhorter, and KK Montgomery about to come in for Sulphur Springs here. Driving the baseline for Paris, and the shot is missed, and the rebound by Rainey Johnson. And Johnson up the floor on the far side. Lady Cats moving right to left. Loose ball in the paint, chased down, and finally rescued by London Pennell to Ivory. And now to Hardy in the corner, and Hardy making a move on the baseline, but she shuffles her feet and it goes back to Paris.
I knew from all I could see was her upper body, but it sure looked like it traveled, so her feet must have started it. Great start, 2:48 left in the first, 15-point lead for the Lady Cats.
So Pennell, Hardy, and
Rainey.
That's Rainey Johnson
Rainey's
come out of the
right
game. 18-3, Sulphur Springs, a 15-point lead. Here is a shot. Did that brush the net? Or?
It went under it.
That's what I thought.
Didn't get there, but I was waiting for the signal because we've called one earlier this year.
That's right.
Got it turned around on us.
Lady Cats inbound on the baseline in the backcourt, coming up the floor against full court pressure by Paris, and it's knocked out of bounds over on the far side. Lady Cats going from right to left, and Maddie McWhorter inbounds. That goes to Riley Ivory, now to Cammie Shack. And Shack backdoor cut by Riley Ivory, and again, easy layup for Riley Ivory, who has 8 points.
8 in the quarter.
And a great feed there by Cammie Shack from up high.
She's so much taller, she could see it developing, through a really nice pass to her.
20-3, Sulphur Springs, a 17-point lead here. 1:58 to go, first quarter. Here's a three-pointer for Paris, way off the mark. Rebound underneath. We have a tie ball.
It's going to go to Paris.
Inbounds play for Paris to the left of the basket in the front court. Go way outside. And now driving from the left wing with a missed shot, but a foul against the Lady Cats.
23, Godbolt.
Riley Godbolt, the Lady Cat freshman. That's 2 in the quarter on Sulphur Springs. And inbounds play from the left side of the basket, and it is tipped away by the Lady Cats and off one of the Paris Lady Wildcats over on the far side, and it goes back to Sulphur Springs. Maddie McWhorter inbounds for the Lady Cats to Riley Ivory, and Ivory now comes across the midcourt line. Around a pick by Cammie Shack. Ivory to McWhorter, left wing. McWhorter driving to the baseline, throws it back outside to Riley Godbolt, and now to Ivory for 3, and a little bit too hard off the iron, and the rebound goes to Paris. And that's Chanel Johns. Johns taking it all the way in and lays it off the glass with the right hand for the bucket.
Good job of going through traffic for her.
3 points for Johns, 20-5, 15-point lead. Here's a nice feed by Riley Ivory to Godbolt, down low.
21, I think. Yep.
Foul against Paris.
That's her second.
Amaria Coleman it is. The senior draws her second foul, and Godbolt goes to the line. A 36% free throw shooter, averaging 2.3 per game. Shot is
that looked good for a while.
on the front rim and bounced high but would not drop.
Minute 8 left in this first quarter. It's been a great quarter for the Lady Cats. Maybe we can have one of those games where you can have some fun.
20-5. A minute 8, and here's the second shot by Godbolt, and this one in and out. And the rebound goes to Serenity Banda for Paris. And Paris across the midcourt line. On the drive into the paint, and with the runner-up, Melania Williams, and it is rebounded for Sulphur.
Got the rebound.
Yeah, Sulphur Springs, KK Montgomery gets the board. Here's Cammie Scheck on the drive, out to McWhorter for 3, and the shot off the mark. KK Montgomery chases it down but does not get the rebound. And finally, Paris comes up with it near midcourt. Paris into the front court, working left to right. Ball taken away by KK Montgomery down low.
She's just like Hardy. She's so active and so athletic. They're going to get a lot of turnovers.
Cammie Scheck brings it across the midcourt line, driving the right side with the runner. In and out, no good, but she gets her own rebound, kicks it back outside to McWhorter with 12 seconds in the first quarter remaining. There's a three-point attempt by Riley Ivory off the back iron, no good. 5 seconds on the clock. Paris with the ball into the front court. And Banda with a shot at the buzzer for 3, but it's too long, and that is the end of the first quarter. 20-5, Lady Cats on top of the Paris Lady Wildcats, and this is Lady Cats basketball on KSST. Lady Cats basketball brought to you by Alliance Bank, BT Medical, City National Bank, Masco Equipment, Wesley House Assisted Living, Farm Country, Hooten's Hardware, CPI Technologies, and 903 Farm and Feed by the railroad track. Lady Cats lead at 20-5 over Paris going to the second quarter. Tony, big game in Paris tonight. The Wildcat boys against the Paris Wildcats, and the Paris boys, the opposite situation from the girls, as they are in first place and undefeated in the district.
Yep.
And it is a huge game for the Wildcat boys tonight.
Yep, I wish that one was on film. There's Riley Ivory again.
And a nice feed by Rainey Johnson, and Ivory lays it in, and she has 10 points. 22-5. That equals the biggest lead by the Lady Cats at 17 points. Paris in the front court. They try to go inside here and lose it over the baseline, but it's off the Lady Cats, and so an inbound play to the left of the basket for Paris. They go in the corner over on the far side. Making a move inside with a runner, no good. Rebound.
With the block.
Comes down, was it the block shot?
Yeah, she peeled it off of her. She was behind her and just peeled it to herself for the steal. And she gets a block as well.
Rainey Johnson driving on the far side and gives it up for Sulphur Springs. So a 17-point lead at 22-5.
Mainly because of defense. We've got a lot going on in those passing lanes.
2-3 zone for Sulphur Springs. Drive down the left side of the paint for Paris, and the shot no good, but we have a foul.
I think KK is going to get that one. Yep. Her first to the second.
Milton at the line.
London Pinnell, Cammie Scheck, and Presley Hardy, who have been out, about to come back in at the line for Paris.
That 24, Milton.
Yep. Alyssa Milton makes her first point on that free throw, and she has another shot coming. KK Montgomery, Maddie McWhorter, and Riley Godbolt out for Sulphur Springs. There's the second shot, also good.
Very good form for both of those.
22-7, the Lady Cats on top here. 15-point lead. Sulphur Springs going right to left. Riley Ivory driving, pulls up, shoots from the right baseline, air ball, but it's taken by Presley Hardy. Hardy, nice bounce pass intended for Cammie Scheck, but it's taken away. And up the floor comes Paris on a 2-1 break. And the shot missed from the right side, and rebound to Rainey Johnson for Sulphur Springs. And as she comes back up the floor, she's fouled.
Really nice job by KK it was Riley not drawing a foul. Did they call a foul?
I believe they did. I thought I saw him indicate Alyssa Milton, but it did not go on the scoreboard, so we'll let it go. Here's a Ball loose in the lane and picked up by Paris. On the run, they pull up for a three-point attempt, and it's good. It bounced high into the air.
Number 10.
Then dropped through, yeah. That is Chanel Johns. And
got
she
a
has
friendly bounce.
6 points for Chanel Johns, 22-9, the Lady Cats. Sulphur Springs moving right to left. Here's London Pinnell driving down the left side at the baseline. And the runner from 6 feet, good. Pinnell with 4 points in the game. 24-9.
I'm off by 1 point. I had that one. It was a 3-pointer. Maybe it was just a 2-pointer just a minute ago.
I'm not sure about that, Tony. His ball tipped away and picked up by the Lady Cats as Riley Ivory comes up with it, but now thrown away. And Paris takes it in the backcourt and now comes across the midcourt line down 24-9. Into the corner on the near side, double team for Sulphur Springs. And dribbling out of there is Brooklyn Shores.
Good job by Hardy causing a tip. Caused them not to handle it good. A turnover on the side.
They lose the ball over on the far side. So here comes Sulphur Springs. This is Riley Ivory coming across midcourt now over to the far side of the court. Looks like Paris in a man-to-man defense here. Rainey Johnson over on the far side. Now they get it to Hardy, and Hardy driving down the left side, misses the shot. Cammie Shack gets the rebound, misses. Back up again, Cammie Shack taps it outside, but it's picked up by Paris. And Rainey Johnson reaches in there. I think
caused the side out. It's going to be the Lady Cats ball. She was able to reach and tap it, and then when they got it, they hit it. They bounced it on the side, so turnover.
I thought they were about to call a foul on
she was able to get those long arms in there and get her reach.
15-point lead at 24-9. Here's a lob inside from Riley Ivory intended for Rainey Johnson, but it goes over the baseline and back to Paris.
Now, is Riley a sophomore? I think
yes.
Ivory is.
Yes,
got
Riley
some young
Ivory.
players out there. They're looking good.
Got a lot of sophomores on this Sulphur Springs team, and London Pinnell's a freshman. Here's a lob for Paris over to the far side. Now a long three, and it comes up short, hits the rim, and rebounded by Rainey Johnson, who's got a lot of boards so far tonight. She lost control of it, but tapped it ahead to Riley Ivory. Now to Pinnell on the baseline, left side, up with the shot, no good, but she's fouled.
Number 11 for Paris, Bassaretas or whatever. Number 11.
Janicette Barcenas.
Okay, she's going to be number 11 to me.
Inbounds play left side of the basket, and it goes to Riley Presley, or Presley Hardy, I should say, and there's a shot missed. Rainey Johnson gets the rebound, misses the shot. Again, Cammie Shack up with a shot, no good, and Paris gets the ball back on the baseline. Lady Cats had several chances there.
Yeah, where our arms are a foot taller than Paris up there, we're getting lots of rebounds.
3:51 to go in the half, 24-9. Sulphur Springs on top. Paris on attack in the front court. This is Milani Williams driving down to the baseline on the near side, double teamed, throws it away, and Presley Hardy comes up with it, and the layup at the other side with the left hand, no good. Here comes Paris. Hardy comes back from behind and knocks it free, and it's picked up by Riley Ivory for Sulphur Springs.
That's why Hardy's in there. She's got that motor.
Here is Rainey Johnson missing from the right elbow, but we have a foul.
We're going to get Cammie for over the top. I don't really know if she was, but it looked bad.
Cammie Shack, her first foul.
Second team.
Go to the bonus on the 5th foul, so that's still a good ways off.
Yeah, just 3
Paris.
minutes left. Shouldn't get to that unless something bottles up.
Paris into the front court. Here's a three-point attempt by Johns, no good, and the rebound comes down to Maddie McWhorter. Again, we've got some substitutes for Sulphur Springs. KK Montgomery's in the game, McWhorter's in the game, and I think Riley Godbold is in the game. Taken away by Paris. Up the floor and missing the layup on the left side, Alyssa Milton, but a whistle, and it looks like a foul on Sulphur Springs.
It's going to be on Godbold, but that was a good foul. Her second. Team's third, but we were going to give up a layup, so that make her earn it at the free throw line. And the referee's in the way. Well, who's doing the shooting?
This is Alyssa Milton, I think. Let me see for sure. She will turn
24. Yep, that's her.
Alyssa Milton. She misses the first shot. She's now 2 of 3 this quarter in the game. Left-handed shooter. And she misses off to the right. And the rebound, KK Montgomery for the Lady Cats. Outlet pass goes to Ivory, and Ivory across the midcourt line. Ivory to the far side, now to Riley Godbolt. Going into the corner for KK Montgomery on the far side. Back to Ivory, now to Montgomery, and Montgomery driving into the paint, kicks it back outside for McWhorter, and McWhorter too long with the 3. Cammie Shack the rebound. Back outside to Godbolt. And a nice pass underneath to KK Montgomery on the far side, and Montgomery off the left side of the glass for the bucket.
Really nice ball movement. We've seen a lot of that.
26-9, 17-point lead, the biggest for the Lady Cats. Here's a runner from about 15 feet on the far side, comes up short over the baseline, goes back to Sulphur Springs. Lady Cats inbound with no pressure, or token pressure. And Ivory driving into the paint. The runner gets it to go.
She's got it going on.
Riley Ivory with 12 points in the first half, 28-9, and now that is the biggest lead.
Paris has got nothing going inside.
They try to go down low on a lob, and it's taken away by Godbolt. Here's a 2-on-2 break, and Godbolt driving in, and she is fouled.
Going to be on 10, I believe. Yep, her first.
Fouls on number 10, Johns. Godbolt at the line.
Chanel Johns, a senior.
Third. Each team got 3. Godbolt's going to get 2 shots.
19-point lead at 28-9. Shot is no good by Godbolt.
We're not as clean this quarter. We had it going too good in the first, but we've also got some subs in that are getting their playing time.
Godbolt makes the second shot. She's a 36% free throw shooter. 29-9, a 20-point lead, the biggest of the night for Sulphur Springs.
Minute 30 left to halftime.
Paris into the front court. And over on the far side, into the corner on the far side it goes. There's a skip pass. And now it goes back to Milani Williams driving into the paint. And ball out of bounds over the baseline will stay with Paris. Presley Hardy into the game for Riley Ivory.
I'm just real impressed with our defense. And we haven't gotten them into the bonus yet, so real active without fouling.
Bounce play to the left of the basket. They go outside. And now bring it over here to the near side. Top of the key. Driving with a runner and no good. And on the floor, the rebound picked up by
Hardy.
Presley Hardy. To McWhorter. McWhorter across the midcourt line to KK Montgomery on the baseline. Nice feed by Montgomery. And the basket by Godbolt.
Really nice pass by KK.
KK driving down the left side of the baseline, found Godbolt breaking in basically on the back door for the banker. 31-9, Sulphur Springs. Here's a basket for Paris in the paint.
Walters. Going to be an and one.
Zaria Walters, and she was fouled.
KK on the foul. That's her second.
So 31-11, the lead back to 20 points. For a moment there it was 22. Zaria Walters, a sophomore. She's a good-sized girl.
She's a big girl.
She makes the free throw. 38 seconds in the half, 31-12, Sulphur Springs. Maddie McWhorter is fouled out near midcourt, trying to make a pass to Cammie Shack.
Shores, her first.
Brooklyn Shores, the junior for Paris.
That's the fourth, so we've still got 32 seconds left. The foul gets us free throws.
Ivory inbounds to McWhorter. McWhorter a lob inside, and it is taken away for Paris with 25 seconds left to go, and Paris down 31-12. Paris coming into the front court here. This is Chanel Johns with the ball now. A three-point attempt by Janicet Barcenas. Comes up a little bit short, just barely catches the rim, and Cammie Shack comes out of there with the rebound to McWhorter with 6 seconds on the clock. And she goes over on the far side. Here's a three-point attempt. Got it. Riley Godbolt for 3 at the buzzer.
That's the way to finish off a good half.
34-12, the Lady Cats with a 22-point lead at halftime. Their biggest of the night. It equals their biggest of the night. Three-pointer just outside the arc over on the far side. So 34-12, Lady Cats at halftime. This Lady Cats basketball on KSST.
All right, we're back at halftime out at Wildcat Gym. Lady Cats versus the Paris Lady Cats, and the Sulphur Springs version has a 34-12 lead at halftime. It's been very much lopsided to the Wildcats' way tonight. All the noise, we got the middle school cheer team out here, and they put on a show, and so it gets a little rowdy out here.
We need to bring the middle school basketball players out.
And now they said they're bringing the middle school basketball players, so we always got something during these district games at halftime.
And that brings a lot of folks to the gym.
Yep. Okay, so did Johns have a 3 or a 2 in the second quarter?
I've got a 3.
That's what I got.
That's what I saw on the scorebook. I went down to check the scorebook at halftime. So
All right, our junior high
let's go over with
7A, 7B, and 8B.
the score sheet with the Lady Cats here.
Okay.
And Riley Ivory we have with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 points.
This great coach is
Riley Godbolt
Ivory.
with a strong second quarter there has 6.
6, that's right.
Cammie Shack 2, 4, 7, 8.
Yep.
All in the first quarter. Rainey Johnson has 2.
Yes.
London Pennell has 4.
Yes.
KK Montgomery has 2.
That's all of them for that.
So foul situation, KK Montgomery has 2 fouls. Riley Godbolt has 2 fouls. Rainey Johnson has 1, and Cammie Shack has 1.
Yep, we're good on that side.
For Paris, we have Chanel Johns with 6 points.
Yes.
Basketball at Sulphur Springs.
Ariana Tingle with 2.
Junior high girls, a big round
I didn't have her.
Yeah, I picked up one that we missed, I think.
Okay.
Amaria Coleman with 2.
Okay.
Zaria Walters with 3. And Alyssa Milton with 2. Now, I wish I had heard the announcement here about the middle school basketball girls here. But we didn't, so
no.
You weren't listening to that, were you? Because we
wasn't
were
either.
paying attention to other things. But
So
they brought the middle school girls
my
out.
scoring out of the way. That shows that we should only have 7 in the second quarter. And I've got 8.
iPhone.
Alyssa Milton, I've got 2 out of 4 free throws.
That's right.
Okay, Zariah Walters, I've got 3 points.
Correct.
Did Tingle score 2 in the first or the
Yes,
second?
I've got Tingle with 2 in the first, and that was one that I did not have. I picked that up from the.
Do you have Coleman with 2?
I have Coleman with 2.
Well, we got too many points. So they may be off.
Well,
Chanel Johns has 3 in the first and 3 in the second.
that's right.
Well, they only scored 5 in the first, and we've got 7 by that. So.
I think I'm in line with what the official book says, so I don't know what to tell you about that. But now, as far as the fouls are concerned, Brooklyn Shores has 1, Chanel Johns has 1, Janicette Marcinas has 1, Amaria Coleman has 2, and Alyssa Milton has 1. For Paris, so nobody in serious foul trouble for either team. But Riley Ivory, 12 points in the first half for Sulphur Springs. Cammie Shack had a great first quarter and then a quiet second quarter, but she sat out quite a bit there in the second quarter too. And the Lady Cats with a 34-12 lead, a 22-point lead at halftime over Paris. Now, again, as we told you, the Wildcat boys playing at Paris tonight. That game is scheduled to start at 7, so it will be starting here in the next few minutes. And that is a very big game because Paris is at 5-0, Sulphur Springs is at 4-1. And if Sulphur Springs can win that game, they'll be tied for the lead. It really will be in first place by virtue of having beaten Paris.
Well, they beat us, so they
right.
still.
Well, that's
still
a good point.
It'd be
that
tied, but the biggest thing is this starts the second round of district, so there's not much ball left, so you got to make it where you can.
So big game for the Wildcats tonight on the road at Paris.
And the second half is not good for the boys because we got Paris and Pleasant Grove on the road even after we lost both of them here at home. That's a tall order, but
right.
They can do it.
Wildcats play at Pittsburgh Friday night. They beat Pittsburgh 55-47 here on January 16th. Next home game for the boys is Tuesday, February 10th versus Bonham, and that'll be the final home game of the season. And we'll have the broadcast of that game for you on KSST. For the Lady Cats, talking with Kevin Tanton and communicating with the head coach, Kevin Tanton, their most likely by-district opponent will either be Caddo Mills or Farmersville. Now, you got to, when you look at the standings and you're trying to figure out who's going to play who in by-district, you got to take into account now that there's a Division I and a Division II, and you got to know who's going to go in as Division I and who's going to go in as Division II.
We know we're going to be one because we're the biggest in our district, so there's no question there.
Either one of those opponents in by-district would be a tall order for the Lady Cats.
Yeah.
Caddo Mills is 26-6 for the season. Farmersville 17-8. Lady Cats lost to Caddo Mills on December 16th, the game we broadcast, 54-45. Competitive game, but then lost to Farmersville November 24th, early in the season, 50-44. But those games were long.
Those are early, and we're
right.
playing better now defensively. There was a big shakeup with the new coach right at the time, and they had very few players and so forth, and so we're definitely doing better. Well, I don't know how much time we got left. We hadn't talked about realignment.
Right.
Like where you going? I'll steal your notes. Okay.
No, we got it right here. So, new football district for Sulphur Springs in the fall of this year. Be District 7, which is still the same, but that's about the only thing. Caddo Mills, Kaufman, Maybank, Paris is the only continuing opponent from the previous district.
Yep.
Ferris down south of Dallas, and Waxahachie Life south of Dallas.
Those got some travel.
Yeah, those are some long trips.
Yep.
But competitively, the Wildcats ought to do pretty well in that district.
I think we're the favorite is the way I see it coming out there for football. Basketball, I don't think the district changed at all.
It did not
change.
change.
Exactly what we've got here for the next 2 years.
Yep.
I hate the way they do that, but oh well.
Well, that was explained to me one time. It has to do with the distance of travel for basketball games on weeknights and so forth. I think they take that into account.
That's why they don't do the Division I, II until you have qualifiers for playoffs.
But it'll be in the basketball district and for most of the other sports. Bonham, Paris, North Lamar, Pittsburgh, Texarkana, Pleasant Grove, and Sulphur Springs.
Yep.
Which is the same. And then we had the news this week that Jackson Hare, Trey Pinnell, and Jeff Stevenson from the Wildcat football team are going to play college football at Texas A&M Texarkana. So
we've got T.J. Bolden, Gio Ibarra, and Alex King are supposed to do the same thing. So 6 of them.
That's fantastic. All right, we're underway. Here's the ball taken away by Paris. Lady Cats had come up with a rebound. Taken away, and John scores off a steal there for Paris. And Lady Cats back up the floor, and Rainey Johnson misses a shot from the right baseline, and Paris with new energy coming back up the floor as a move inside and a shot missed from 10 feet. She got her own rebound, did Chanel Johns, but missed again, and Rainey Johnson rebounds for the Lady Cats.
This could be a sloppy half because there's a lot of everybody's trying to fast break, and so it's setting it up for a lot of turnovers. There's another one.
Presley goes inside to Rainey Johnson, but she loses it over the baseline, and ball goes back to Paris. 20-point lead for the Lady Cats at 34-14. Just over seven minutes to go in the third quarter. Lady Cats in a 2-3 zone as we start the second half.
You put Hardy and Riley Ivory out top. That's two good guards to mess up your passing lanes.
Chanel Johns with the ball for Paris. Top of the key. Now she pulls up and shoots from the left angle and misses. And the rebound to the Lady Cats. They get it out to London Pinnell. Pinnell nearly throws it away, but Rainey Johnson is there to recover. And here come the Lady Cats into the front court, moving left to right. Here is Riley Ivory missing a pull-up jumper. No good, but Presley Hardy gets the rebound and lays it off the right side of the glass for the bucket. Her first of the night.
At the right time.
36-14, 20-point lead. Shot blocked. Was that London Pinnell?
That was Rainey.
That was Rainey Johnson. Paris gets it back, another shot up and no good.
That's how tall Rainey is. She was behind London and still blocked it.
Ball over the baseline, stays with Paris. Inbounds play to the right of the basket. They try to go over here to the right side, but Rainey Johnson knocks the inbounds pass back into the face of the Paris inbounds passer, and now it's taken away for Sulphur Springs on the next inbounds play by London Pinnell, but she loses it in the corner on the near side.
Kevin was hollering timeout the whole way and didn't get it, but evidently it's they're giving it to the Lady Cats.
Okay.
So we'll take it.
Yeah, I thought it was
off of us myself.
I did too, or London Pinnell in particular, but the Lady Cats get it back, and here they come across the midcourt line. And a zone defense here for Paris. Here's a skip pass for Pinnell, and she misses from three-point territory on the far side. And the rebound to Paris, and here they come on the run across the midcourt line. Bounce pass into the corner. And a runner from the right side of the key, no good, but Paris up with the rebound, and it is chased down now, the missed shot by Paris by Riley Ivory, and here come the Lady Cats, leading 36-14, a 22-point lead.
Good job of just settling in.
Cammie Shack, jumper from the right side of the key, off, a little bit too long, and goes out of bounds over on the far side. Paris will inbound in the backcourt. 36-14, Sulphur Springs up by 22, 5:15 to go third quarter. 22 points is the biggest lead for Sulphur Springs. 2-3 zone, very spread out right now for the Lady Cats.
Yeah, and Paris is not able to get in it, and they're having to play out because of our height, so they got to go even further. Got by with a double dribble there, but that's all right.
Melanie Williams over to Janicet Barcenas, and she is double teamed, gets it back to Williams. Williams left-hand dribble, brings it to the near side. Paris keeping the ball outside. Now they try to go inside, but it's taken away by Rainey Johnson.
Just smothering defense, but the big deal is everybody's got their heads up and knows how to move.
It's Cammie Shack on the high post. Over to London Pinnell, driving to the baseline on the far side. And now it goes to Ivory, and Ivory misses from
Cammie
outside, but Cammie Shack gets the putback for the two. 10 points in the game for Cammie Shack. She had 23 against Paris and 11 rebounds in the game they played earlier this season at Paris. 10 points now for Cammie Shack. 38-14, and now here's a three-pointer for Paris from the far side, and that's a couple of steps outside the arc by Chanel Johns. And she has 11 points in the game.
That was number 3, it was Shores.
Oh, it was Shores.
Yeah.
I beg your pardon. Shores.
But that's what they're going to have to take, because she was out so far we couldn't block it. When they close in, we've got such long arms.
Cammie Shack, high post, out to Hardy for three, misses. Rainey Johnson got the rebound, and another shot missed, and Rainey Johnson chases down the long rebound way outside. Here's Riley Ivory for three.
That was way out there.
Left side of the three-point arc. Ivory with 15 points in the game. 41-17, the Lady Cats by 24. Biggest lead. 2-3 zone. Quick hands taken away by Riley Ivory. Ahead to Hardy, and Hardy misses the layup on the right side of the glass. Paris gets the ball back. Three-pointer, way off the mark by Milani Williams. Rainey Johnson again the rebound. Here's London Pennell ahead with the ball. Pennell takes it all the way. The banking off the glass is good, and she is fouled. Pennell leading the fast break for the Lady Cats off the rebound.
Number 10.
Foul. Chanel Johns, her second foul. Pennell with 6 points in the game. A lot of substitutions coming in for Sulphur Springs.
You got McWhorter waiting for Pennell. If she can make the second free throw, she's going to sub in.
Pennell, the freshman, a 57% free throw shooter, second best on the team.
And she's not afraid to take a shot at any time. That's good.
Averaging 4.9 per game.
She's going to be a scorer for us next 3 years.
And the free throw is good. London Pennell with 7 points, 44-17, 27-point lead. This was an 8-point win for Sulphur Springs a couple of weeks ago at Paris. And quite a blowout here right now. 44-17, Paris timeout. This is Lady Cats basketball on KSST. Lady Cats at home on Friday evening against Pittsburgh at 6:15. And we will have the broadcast for you on KSST. Pittsburgh tied with Bonham right now for fourth place, the final playoff spot in the district at 2-5. So they'll have a lot to play for. 44-17, 27-point lead for Sulphur Springs. Bounce pass to the high post and making a move to the basket and fouled.
I think they're going to get KK on that one. They could have gotten either. Yep, KK, it's her third.
Jakia Franklin will go to the line here for Paris. She has not scored in the game. One of their bigger girls.
That's Walters. Is that not 23?
Is that Walters, 20, 21?
23.
Walters, you're right.
Made the first one.
So Rhea Walters, sophomore, as I said, one of their larger players.
Yeah.
She's around 5'10", 5'11".
She's a big girl.
And made the first shot. This is the second shot. And Paris with the offensive board and a basket off the left side of the glass.
24 Milton on that one.
It'll give her 6 points in the game. Lady Cats up the floor. Ball taken away momentarily, but Lady Cats get it back. Godbolt to
Good
Ivory.
pass.
And a nice pass. Underneath to KK Montgomery. Backdoor cut. And she banks it off the glass for the bucket. KK Montgomery makes it 46-20, 26-point lead for Sulphur Springs.
I think they said Johns for the foul. That'll be her third. Good pass leading in there, and KK finished it with contact.
And the shot is too hard off the back iron, no good. And the rebound, Amaria Coleman. Here comes Paris. Paris into the front court. A runner from the right side is off, and the rebound, Cammie Shack for Sulphur Springs, and she will take it across the midcourt line. She's a good ball handler, despite being a big girl, but she has it taken away from her here. And a break to the other end, and the basket by Alyssa Milton. And that will give her 8 points in the game. 46-22, another takeaway for Paris. And here's a three-pointer missed by Milani Williams, rebounded by KK Montgomery. And here's another takeaway for Paris, getting a little sloppy. And
Good
a shot blocked by Cammie Shack from behind.
Didn't even jump. That's what I was saying. There's going to be a lot of turnovers. Lady Cats need to settle down. That's a foul. There you go.
Shack came into the game leading the Lady Cats with 23 blocked shots.
That foul's on 24 Milton.
Alyssa Milton, her second foul, a freshman for Paris. So I have that as the third.
Yep, third of the foul.
Team foul against Paris in the quarter. McWhorter inbounds to Riley Ivory. Cammie Shack in the corner, drives, pulls up from the baseline, 12 feet. Shot is a little short, but it is rebounded by Riley Ivory with the putback, and she has 17 points.
Yeah, she's having her best night of the year.
Again, a 26-point lead for Sulphur Springs with a minute to go in the third quarter. Paris on attack in the front court, and here's a pull-up jumper from 18 feet, no good. And Cammie Scheck gets the rebound for Sulphur Springs. She is swarmed there by
23.
Alyssa Milton was who was on top of her. Do they call it on 23?
Called it on Walters, 23.
Okay.
Her first, team's fourth. Lady Cats have only fouled one, and we're inside a minute in the quarter.
Full court pressure in the backcourt for Paris. Cammie Scheck double teamed, and looks like she's going to throw it away. Trying to go to Maddie McWhorter late.
That's where Cammie's so tall. If she's dribbling and you've got backcourt pressure and you got double team, they can get it when they pull it when she puts it down to the floor.
48-22, Sulphur Springs.
40 seconds and counting.
Paris in the front court working the ball. Comes to the near side. Now the baseline on the near side. And this is Milani Williams. Skip pass to the far side. Nice move to the basket. A runner in and out, no good. Rebound comes out to Paris. And they keep the ball. This is Milani Williams weaving inside with the runner from 12 feet. No good. Rebounded by KK Montgomery for Sulphur Springs with 12 seconds on the clock.
KK gets both mitts on her. You're not going to get it away from her. She's a strong young lady. 5
seconds. Cammie Scheck pulls up. Top of the key. Goes up with the shot, and she's fouled.
That's going to be a three-point. Number 24, 3 free throws. Milton, that's her third.
I think that's a case where Cammie Scheck kind of forced it up, feeling that she was going to be fouled.
Well, she knew the clock was running out too.
Right, that too. And the first shot is good.
That was just a good all-around play. She was aware of the clock. She wouldn't have put it up because she wasn't open.
Scheck, a 67% free throw shooter, makes the second shot. Now with 12 points in the game, that bests her average at 11.8. We told you she had 21 points and 11 rebounds against Paris on January 22nd when the Lady Cats won 58-50. And she makes all three.
That's the way to make it count. Now, no foul, just run the quarter out.
29-point lead at 51-22, the biggest lead of the quarter. Biggest lead of the game for Sulphur Springs. So we go to the fourth quarter, and the Lady Cats lead it 51-22. It's Lady Cats basketball on KSST. Lady Cats basketball on KSST. It is brought to you by Alliance Bank, BT Medical, City National Bank, Masco Equipment, Wesley House Assisted Living, Farm Country, Hooten's Hardware, CPI Technologies, and 903 Farm and Feed by the railroad tracks. Lady Cats with their biggest lead at 51-22, 29 points.
Lady Cats get the ball to start the fourth as well. Still got some of the subs in. Probably see a lot of that fourth quarter, get them some quality playing time.
Riley Ivory, one of the Lady Cats starters, gets the inbounds pass as the Lady Cats move from left to right. Rainey Johnson gets a feed and a nice move down the baseline for the banker off the right side.
She knew what she wanted to do there and went to it, and they couldn't do anything about it. 4
points in the game for Rainey Johnson, the Lady Cats senior. 53-22, a 31-point lead. Here's a lob down low for Paris. Rainey Johnson prevented the easy shot, and now shot is missed from about 8 feet, and the rebound, I believe that was KK Montgomery. Okay. Wasn't sure if it was her or Presley Harding. There's a nice feed by Rainey Johnson for Riley Ivory, but it's now taken away inside by Paris.
Yeah, they closed and pinched. That was a good job.
And they come across the midcourt line. Here's a long three, air ball, rebound to Rainey Johnson, but she lost it, and Paris gets it back. And we have a tie ball.
Going to stay there, but it was already down there, so that's fine.
Arrow pointing to Paris. Coming into the game for Paris is Araya Walters, one of their bigger girls. Inbounds play on the right side of the basket. They go to the left side along the baseline. And Paris loses it on the baseline, and it goes back to Sulphur Springs.
Now Coach Tanton's hollering press break, and 4 out of 5 stayed in in the back court and help get it across. So now sometimes that'll lead to an easy bucket.
Riley Ivory goes to Rainey Johnson. Now to KK Montgomery. Back outside to Johnson. And Johnson with a shot from 12 feet in the lane.
4 points for her this quarter.
6 in the game. 55-22. A 33-point lead for Sulphur Springs. They get it down low for one of their big girls
23,
here.
Walters.
And Walters with a shot off the right side of the glass. Good. Walters now with 5 points in the game. 55-24. Riley Ivory driving inside, misses the layup on the left side of the glass. And the rebound, Walters for Paris. Paris across the midcourt, moving right to left. 6 minutes to go in the game. 55-24. Lady Cats, three-pointer. No good from the near side, high off the rim. Here come the Lady Cats. Rainey Johnson on the dribble across the midcourt line to Riley Godbolt. Godbolt driving in from the right side and lays it off the glass for the bucket.
Nice job. She went in as far as she could and hit the bank shot.
Godbolt 8 points in the game, 57-24. Again, the 33-point lead. Long three for Paris, and that comes up well short.
Shot a 23-footer, 20 feet. That doesn't work very well. But that's frustration because they can't get inside because we're so handsy and so tall.
A couple of steps outside the three-point arc there. On the inbounds play, it's taken away from Paris. This is Milani Williams along the baseline, and I believe she is fouled.
KK on that one. No, they're saying 5 Paris.
Fouls on number 5, Williams.
That was on Williams, who had the ball. A freshman. Inbounds play, KK Montgomery to Rainey Johnson. Now to Riley Ivory, still in the backcourt. Johnson ahead to McWhorter. McWhorter underneath for KK Montgomery. Misses the shot, but Godbolt there. Now Ivory there on the miss. Ivory again up. And she is fouled. About 4 shots there for the Lady Cats.
Yep.
Ivory at the line, shooting 2.
Janicet Marcinas.
Yep.
With
her
the foul.
second. Team second. Everybody was padding their rebound stats there.
Ivory shooting 2. First shot off the back iron, no good. Ivory a 49% free throw shooter. She has 17 points in the game. Lady Cat sophomore. Cammie Shack coming back in. Presley Hardy coming back in. KK Montgomery coming to the bench.
What's the girl that was from LSU that's the rival of in women's NBA that can't shoot? That's what it looked like. Riley got the second one.
Ivory now with 18 points. 58-24. The Lady Cats a 34-point lead, is that right?
Yeah.
Good heavens.
And counting.
Getting
a lot of fast breaks.
It's hard to do it in your head here. Paris working the ball in the front court. Ball not free, but Paris gets it back now. Rainey Johnson comes up with it for Sulphur Springs.
Rainey got, and she's a little feisty there.
She's called for a foul and going after the ball.
Yeah.
Second foul.
That first block she had, she went and jumped and was way up there from way out.
Johnson came into the game with 21 blocks for the Lady Cats, second to Cammie Shack. 2-3 zone as the Lady Cats, I think, have been in all night.
Yeah, we haven't varied.
Skip pass into the corner on the far side. Runner on the baseline is off.
Shot behind, hit the back of the backboard. Rainey was in good position, and she had to go toward the baseline, and she couldn't do anything but.
Johnson inbounds to Shack. Again, full court pressure in the backcourt for Paris. Johnson to Shack. Tremendous height advantage for the Lady Cats there.
Yep.
Rainey Johnson again on a pass from Hardy, and Johnson misses and gets her own rebound, back up, misses again. And now I think we're going to have another foul on Rainey Johnson.
Yep, she got a little frustrated there. 3-point blank. That's going to be her third, I think.
Yep.
Team second.
Paris will get the ball in the backcourt on the baseline. 4:27 to go. Lady Cats up 58-24 over Paris. Paris up the floor here to the front court with Chanel Johns on the dribble. Against that Lady Cat 2-3 zone. And on the far side it goes.
They're so frustrated.
Quick hands there. Rainey Johnson takes it away. Now here's another layup opportunity for Hardy. Again, she misses from the left side. She just gets too anxious.
She slowed down, but she still just hit it a little bit too hard. Ball out, Paris's ball. There's going to be a bunch of that, and if you're not under control, it's hard to finish.
58-24 as Paris comes back up the floor with under 4 minutes to go in the game. 2-3 defense for Sulphur Springs. Lob from the far side to the near side. Now back over to the far side. Thought about the three. Did Brooklyn Shores. Now on the left-hand dribble coming this way. Now it goes to Alyssa Milton. Milton driving, and she's traveling.
Got into a triple team, had nowhere to go and travel. I mean, the Lady Cats have really got it going on defense right now.
I'm not sure how this was a 58-50 game a couple of weeks ago at Paris.
Yeah, I don't know.
And Cammie Shack with 21 points in that game.
But like right here, we got to get the ball across.
And they get to Presley Hardy on the near side as they come into the front court, the Lady Cats. 3:20 to go in the game. Rainey Johnson, a skip pass for Riley Ivory. No, that's Godbolt. Godbolt driving the baseline, had the shot blocked. Paris back up the floor. Here's a jumper from the right side, about 18 feet out. Way off the mark, but there's a foul against Sulphur Springs.
It's got to get Rainey after the fact. That's her fourth.
Two-shot foul.
Who is that?
I think this is Chanel Johns with the long hair obscuring her number.
I think so.
Chanel Johns, that would be 9 points for her in the game, 58-25. Second shot, good rotation. Off the back iron, no good. Up for the rebound is KK Montgomery. Get back in the game. Yep.
Yeah, 24 Milton with foul. That's third for Paris.
I have that as the fourth foul on Alyssa Milton.
Yes.
Inbounds play for the Lady Cats in the backcourt, trying to go to KK Montgomery, and goes over the sideline.
This is where we need to be working on going toward the ball, dribbling, setting some picks. We're throwing it way too much. This is a good practice.
Inbounds play for Paris over on the far side. Rainey Johnson guarding the Paris player, and here's a errant shot way off the mark, and it's taken on the rebound of the air ball by Maddie McWhorter. They're coming back up the floor, and the Lady Cats give it up on a turnover.
Must have hit the sideline with her dribble.
I didn't think she was that close, but
I didn't either. Well, she may have gotten it with her foot.
Paris inbounds play on the near side right in front of us.
KK on that one. That's her fourth.
Trying to go down low near the baseline. KK Montgomery, how many fouls do you have her with?
She's got 4 and we've got 4. So we'll be shooting 2:49 left in the ball game.
Inbounds play to the left of the basket, and they get it in, and here's the shot missed from the left side baseline, rebounded by Rainey Johnson. Johnson across the midcourt line. And Johnson, a good ball handler herself for a big girl.
Yep.
To Maddie McWhorter, the freshman, and she's trying to go down low for KK Montgomery. It's knocked away. Picked up by Presley Hardy, up for the shot, and
24. That's going to be 5 for her.
Hardy fouled. London Pennell back in the game for Rainey Johnson.
That's going to be 5 fouls on her, so we got to.
Alyssa Milton fouls out. She is
6
a freshman.
points.
And leads with 6 points. So
2:28 left, sorry.
Not a shooting foul. Lady Cats will inbound to the right of the basket. Pennell will throw it in and goes way outside. Nobody there, but Presley Hardy chases it down for Sulphur Springs with her usual hustle. Hardy still with the ball. Bluff to pass to McWhorter. Now it goes to KK Montgomery. Montgomery with a spinning move to the basket and lays it off the glass for the bucket.
She decided if you're gonna play me that side, she turned and went.
Spin move by KK Montgomery and the easy layup. It's 50-25, a 60-25, a 35-point lead. Paris now working in the front court, and here's a foul.
Godbolt, her third.
Godbolt Lady Cat freshman. What a move there by KK Montgomery.
Yeah.
Good athlete.
This is Johns again. Is that the long hair? Made the first one, number 10, yes.
Johns at the line.
She now has 10 points in the game. Chanel Johns. Second shot also good.
She doesn't hold that ball very long.
She's 4 or 5 from the free throw line. 60-27, 33-point lead for Sulphur Springs. Maddie McWhorter up the right side into the front court, double team.
Timeout, Sulphur. Kevin was right on top of that one.
Lady Cats get a timeout as directed by head coach Kevin Tanton. 60-27, a minute 51 to go. Lady Cats lead, and this is Lady Cats basketball on KSST. Lady Cat basketball brought to you by Alliance Bank, BT Medical, City National Bank, Masco Equipment, Wesley House Assisted Living, Farm Country, Hooten's Hardware, CPI Technologies, and 903 Farm and Feed by the railroad tracks. A 33-point lead for Sulphur Springs with a minute 51 to go. 60-27. Lady Cats have led by as many as 35. That was just a few moments ago.
Looks like we're going to try to take the air out of it a little bit.
Presley Hardy goes to KK Montgomery. She is wide open for the layup. Good feed by Presley Hardy, and Montgomery now with 8 points in the game. 62-27, again with a 35-point lead. Paris.
That's going to be on Maddie.
They go down low, and a foul against Sulphur Springs.
Nope, they're getting KK. If they do KK, that's 5.
KK Montgomery will have fouled out here.
Yep. But she had 8 points. I think that's her high score of the year. And she was very active defensively, kind of like Hardy. She's earned her playing time.
Rainey Johnson comes into the game for KK Montgomery, and she herself has 4 fouls, but only a minute 28 to go. And shot is good.
At the line again.
This is
4 out of 5.
Yeah, Chanel Johns. I've got her now 5 out of 6, and she makes the second shot. She's made 5 here.
Yeah, there was
quarter.
one early in the first 5 this quarter.
62-29, Lady Cats throw it away in the backcourt as one Lady Cat thought the other was going to go right, and she went left. And it goes over the baseline and back to Paris.
Minute 23 left.
Near the corner to the left of the basket, and here's a long three-point attempt, high off the rim, no good. Shot blocked by Rainey Johnson down low as Paris got a rebound off a missed shot. Rainey Johnson can't believe that she's going to be called for a foul here.
Because that's her 5th, too. The fans beg to differ.
Good night for Rainey Johnson.
Yep.
6 points, but how many rebounds did she have? How many block shots? How many steals?
This number 12.
Ariana Tingle has 2 points in the game. Her shot is no good. Yeah, I didn't see the foul there.
No, I don't. I think the fans were right. Fortunately, is this type of ball game not going to hurt us.
And the second shot rattles around a little bit and then falls for Tingle. She will have 3 points in the game. 62-30. 32-point lead. Lady Cats get it in. And now McWhorter, eyes getting a little bit too big there, and throws it away trying to go to London Pinnell with an overhand baseball pass.
Good idea, but you got to know it before you throw it, and she's a freshman. She'll learn.
62-30, 32-point lead. Paris working the ball. Here is a three-point attempt, and comes up short, rebounded by London Pinnell to McWhorter, and now to Hardy. Hardy, get your rebound here. Get your layup. She finally got one.
She slowed down a little bit there. She wasn't going to miss again.
They've had her out in front for a breakaway several times tonight, and she's come up short.
On defense now. She knows everybody's heckling her a little.
34-point lead for Sulphur Springs. 32 seconds to go. Long shot
on Godbolt.
Off the mark for Paris. Godbolt the foul for Sulphur Springs. That's her 4th.
Who's shooting? Is that Johns again?
No, this is Milani Williams.
Number 5, okay.
Freshman who has not scored tonight. In fact, this is the first free throw that she's taken by my reckoning. She misses the first, and the second one is good.
Doesn't look better.
64-31. Inbounds play for Cami Shack. Trying to go out near midcourt to Riley Godbolt, knocked free or knocked away for one of the Paris Wildcats. Now Maddie McWhorter will inbound on the near side in front of us. She goes into Cami Shack. And now to Presley Hardy. Hardy, nice pass underneath for Godbolt, but Godbolt passes up the shot. Lady Cats will run some time off the clock here.
Kevin's wanting them to pull it out.
McWhorter had the ball knocked away. Loose ball on the floor. Now a traveling call against McWhorter. I didn't think she ever regained possession of the ball but traveled. But
I think that was an easy way out too. This late in the ball game, game's decided.
McWhorter hobbling a little as she gets off the floor. I think she'll be all right.
Yeah.
Smart's right now. That floor doesn't give much. Give her credit for going to the floor for the ball with a 33-point lead and 15 seconds left. Inbounds play for Paris. 10 seconds on the clock. Lady Cat still in that 2-3 zone. And now down to 4 seconds, and now the ball tapped away and taken by Cami Shack, and she will hold it, and that is the buzzer, and that's the game. 64-31, the final. Sulphur Springs with a 33-point win over the Paris Lady Wildcats here tonight. And we'll come back and recap this one with Wildcats basketball. Lady Cats basketball continues after this on KSST. Lady Cats basketball on KSST, and the Lady Cats take a 64-31 victory over Paris. I think that's the Lady Cats' largest margin of victory this season. Now, they might have had a pre-district game where they...
I don't think so. I think this is the best one.
Definitely in district play, without a doubt. 64-31. They led at the end of the first quarter, 20-5. And jumped out to a 12-0 lead in the game, Tony.
Yeah, started out early.
Great start.
Wasn't ready for our defense, and we finished some drives.
So the scoring for the Lady Cats, we have Riley Ivory, the sophomore, with 18 points. Cami Shack with 13.
Yep.
KK Montgomery had a good night, 8 points. And
the
8 points doesn't really express it. You know,
her impact.
Really active on defense.
Correct.
Riley Godbolt, the freshman, had 8.
Yep. And she did a good job of finishing some.
London Pinnell, a freshman, had 7.
Yep.
Presley Hardy ended with 4, could have had more. She, again, had a very active night on defense and had some fast break opportunities where she just got too anxious and didn't make the layup, but she ended up with 4 points. And but Riley Ivory leading the Lady Cats with 18. And great night also for Rainey Johnson. We said she had 6 points, but how many rebounds, how many block shots, steals? Wow.
Our towers did the job.
For Paris, leading scorer was Janelle Johns with 13 points, including 5 free throws in the fourth quarter, and she was 6 of 7 at the free throw line. Also for Paris, they had Zaria Walters with 6.
Yep.
So now Alyssa Milton with 6.
Mm-hmm.
Milani Williams 1 point. Ariana Tingle 3 points, and Brooklyn Shores 3 points on a 3-point shot. So nice win for the Lady Cats. They're going to go to 14-15 for the season. They can even their record at 15-15 if they beat Pittsburgh on Friday night, and also now the Lady Cats are 4-4 in district play, so they could go above 500 with a win over Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh coming in tonight with a 13-11 record, but 2-5 in district play. And the Lady Cats won that game, as I recall, 57-50 at Pittsburgh a while back. So Lady Cats should be able to handle Pittsburgh Friday night, but that's why they played the game.
And we're peaking at the right time too. We need to get this defense down. We need to work on holding our turnovers to a minimum and finishing some of these scores and get ready for the playoffs, because we're not going to be any pushovers when we get to the playoffs.
Absolutely. Paris will go to 7-18, 1-7 in district play. So Lady Cats basketball brought to you by Alliance Bank, BT Medical, City National Bank, Masco Equipment, Wesley House Assisted Living, Farm Country, Hooten's Hardware, CPI Technologies, 903 Farm and Feed by the railroad tracks. Please say thank you to those folks when you go into their place of business. James Terry, our producer in the KSST studio. Matt Jensen is our technical director and video producer, and this game has been streaming on YouTube, and you can see it later on YouTube and also on cable channel 18. Tony Flippin, our expert commentator. The final 64-31. The Lady Cats had a lead of 35 points at one time, but they end up winning by 33 over Paris. I'm John Mark Dempsey, and we say goodnight from Wildcat Gym.